It's going to be live.
It is now.
Yeah, we're going to put it on
press
YouTube.
record.
Hi there, and welcome to For Information Purposes Only. This is essentially going to be episode 1, and what we're going to do first is some introductions. My name is Peter Gerrish.
I'm Ryan Barton.
I'm Peter Davies.
Brilliant. And what I've had these two lads do is write 50-word sort of introduction to themselves, sort of therefore a description. I'd like to get them started. So Ryan, if you'd like to read your first 50 words.
I honestly believe I can become king. And that's what mine basically is.
Okay,
There we
give
go.
it to him.
That was it. What more did you want?
I can happily read this out for him. He's actually written it down.
I play games and I have a dog and it doesn't listen to me. But there you go. That's probably about 50 now. There we go.
My name is Ryan Sean Barton. Games I like to play are FIFA, NBA, Madden, Mortal Kombat. I play golf. I'm fairly shit, but it's fun. My job involves very little.
Yeah.
I can't read the rest of that.
No, well then it's the bit about the king. And that's better than
there we are. I dream to one day be king. I have a day.
That's a dog.
I have a dog.
No, it does look like that though.
So those are his 50 and a brief introduction to him. As you can see, very simple, very simple.
Yep.
Simple is as simple does.
So, Peter Davies, would you like to go and give your 50?
This says, name's Peter. Managed to learn lots of bits about lots of topics. Failing the truth, I will find a suitable lie. Spend my time chilling and finding ways to procrastinate. Open to questions, so remember, there's no such thing as a stupid question. That doesn't mean you won't get a stupid answer.
Very well put.
Where's your 50 words?
My 50 words are right here.
One, has he?
No, this is not
Because he fucking played
a dictatorship. You can't be saying, yeah, you got to write 50 words, but I don't. That's not how this works.
Well, I'm not the
Well, you've just lost out on 50.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to do some icebreaker questions, just to get you guys sort of comfortable with everybody.
Yay.
I'm going to ask you questions. I want you to answer honestly, reasonably, and within the parameters of physics. Unless the question dictates otherwise.
As quickly as we can, like first answer.
just
I can think.
Buzzers.
For a couple of seconds. No buzzers. We'll go Ryan to Pete, and we'll just do it in that order. 'Cause
Cool.
It's going to be much better having your answer, so that Pete doesn't have to sound so simple. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we are. Perfect. Number 1. If you could have an endless supply of food, what would it be and why?
Potatoes.
No. I'm gonna have to go with potatoes, aren't I? They're quite tasty.
Any particular kind of potato?
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes, yeah.
Very good. And Master Davies.
I'd probably take a steak of some description. That's meat. That's got all the bits in. Nobody wants to end up looking like a potato.
Yeah, but steak isn't in an endless supply. Potatoes will go on.
This
long
is a
after the
fantasy.
steak.
This is a fantasy
If
world.
you could have any supply of
Any
fucking-
food you
I would have
want.
said chicken.
Okay, so we have chips and meat. Perfect for a pub lunch. Okay, if you were an animal, what would you be and why? Any animal that exists.
I'll probably be a fly. Just because at that point you know that reincarnation exists and you've only got to spend a day
You could
being a fly.
You could be a lion. You
Yeah,
could
but,
you
you
could be
know,
a bird and see the entire
What's more
world.
simple than a fly?
And you want
I might
to
get honey if I'm a
physically
lion.
eat shit.
Well, you wouldn't know any difference though.
How are you going to choose fly? That's the worst option. in the
Okay
world.
then.
How about a fly?
Master Davies, would you care to?
I'd be a cat, 100%. My reason for this is because cats do fuck all day apart from get fed and tickled. Now, if I'm getting steak non-stop as a cat, I'm living the life of royalty.
So you'd essentially, at this point in your life, just start walking on all fours.
Yeah, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. Cat.
Okay, cat and fly. This is why I wanted to go in this order, so that he wouldn't choose fly. I could take that one away from you. Okay, question number 3. What is one goal you wish to accomplish in your lifetime?
I feel like we know where this is
I
going.
think one was stated in the beginning. I've got to become king
Of?
of England, obviously.
Okay, you gonna have a queen?
I don't know. It depends. It's about. Maybe the original queen. She's alright. It's not done anything wrong to me.
Oh no. I, for as long as I live, make it my life goal to make sure that Ryan never becomes king.
So that's your one goal.
I feel...
Shit goal.
I mean, there are other things in life, but none as important to me as him never becoming king.
Very well put. That's all I can say. You both have terrible, terrible aspirations. Okay, then when you were little...
What's wrong with becoming king? Surely that's like the Mac Daddy of all dreams.
It's an aspiration, something you aspired to be. You were doing nothing to actively become king, apart from...
I'm alive and I live in England.
There we are.
And I'm a male.
Well,
That's 3 things.
That's the criteria for being king.
It is, yeah.
A male in England who's alive.
So I'm already halfway there.
He's got a 50-50 of becoming king.
he
He's
gets
either going to or he isn't.
Bonus points for that answer.
Yeah.
Okay. When you were little, who was your favourite superhero and why?
Mine was probably Green Power Ranger.
Was that because you made it with the Pink Power Ranger, or...?
No, because I went and actually seen him play live. It was pretty good. And he played 2 Power Rangers. The green and the white one.
That's impressive.
It was, yeah. I thought it was pretty cool.
You saw him play live, like a band?
No, in like...
A play?
A show. A Power Rangers show.
You saw him perform live?
Yeah.
Of course, that's exactly what he meant.
Yeah.
Okay, same question to you.
Superhero. You have to be boring and say Batman. He's pretty badass.
He's not exactly super, but... Okay, why Batman?
Why he's classed as a superhero? Why Batman? Because Batman. And as a Batman fan, that's a legitimate answer.
And what does your hat say?
It does say Thundercats.
Yeah, that's negative points on that.
But Batman doesn't make cool hats.
Okay, who is your hero? Could be anybody. Could be a footballer. Could be somebody that you know. Celebrity. Dead person. Anybody.
That's a hard question. I'm gonna let him go first on this one.
Now that is a good question. Just any, like, define hero. Like, someone I admire. Someone who I think's...
I'll just grab the dictionary one moment. Just hero. Somebody who you think would be...
Someone I look up to. You, someone...
Yeah, you look up to heroes, don't you?
Only if they're taller than me. Which most people are.
Yeah.
And go for everyone, and you can get off the phone books now. They all know you're short. Okay, so
yeah. So who would my hero be? That's I've never been so stumped before in my life.
okay, I'm gonna ask a different question. You've got 5 seconds to answer it. All right?
Okay.
Okay then. Who was your hero? 5, 4.
Who was my hero?
Who is your hero? Okay, 5, 4.
You said a different question.
3,
Yeah, you said
2,
question.
1.
No, I'm done.
And you? Do you have anybody?
I feel like after that display, you've become my hero.
And Ryan's can again be. How about a dead king? King of England, one of the old kings of England.
No, they're not my heroes.
But you want to be king, don't you? That's your one aspiration in life.
Yeah,
Surely they'd be your hero.
No, they're not my heroes. I don't know very much about them to say they're my heroes.
So you're your own hero.
I suppose so, yeah. I want to be king.
Okay then, what's your favourite thing to do in the summer?
Play golf. Go to the driving range. It's pretty good.
Hit stuff and
I like just sitting around on the beach, not doing anything special. Just sitting on the
so
beach.
hitting stuff and doing nothing. I love these questions. Okay, if there was a movie made about your life, what specifically would it be about, and who would play you? Something you get to decide. Someone said we're going to make Ryan Barton the movie. What would it be about? And don't you dare fucking say driving range.
I don't think I've done that much to deserve my own movie, to be honest with you.
Could it be The Great Escape from Ireland, or
I was never in Ireland.
how about the time you were the boulder in Indiana Jones?
I wasn't even born then. When did that film
Just
come
a
out?
big egg.
I was an egg.
So if there was, okay, how about comedy? If they would make a comedy about you,
Frankie Boyle's pretty funny. He's got a beard.
okay, no, that's not actually too bad. But what would the movie be about? What would you get up to?
Probably just taking the piss at McDonald's, to be honest with you. That was a big part of my life.
Okay, if you get to make up a new plot, let's say.
Well, it wouldn't be my life, would it? The question
He's
was,
got you there.
Your life.
He's got you there. I want to make a film about your life. What's it going to be about?
Clutching at straws here.
My life.
Clutching at straws. Okay. That's absolutely. No, actually, go on. I want to hear this.
Well, it's pretty hard to make a movie about not a lot that's been... I mean, have you done anything particularly amazing in your life?
I've done some pretty impressive things.
Oh, well, let's hear about your
Okay
movie
then. So, if the movie was made about your life, what would it be about, and who would play you?
My movie would be about learning from mistakes in life, because I've made a few of those.
Okay.
And come out the right side. So, I mean, you'd probably have to expand a little bit on some of the things I did, but some situations I got myself into probably shouldn't have got themselves into them. And who would play me?
Your man crush, obviously.
What's that little guy's name? Fern Troyer. What's Mini-Me called?
You sound broken. You know that.
Austin Powers. The little guy.
You'd have been funny if you'd have just said Elijah Wood. He's got dark hair and he played a short guy.
Yeah, but I didn't know who that was.
Very good point.
Yeah, but Hoyt's got big feet. You don't have big feet.
Who plays Tyrone Lannister in Game of Thrones?
What?
Warwick Davis.
There we
That's
are.
not the guy who plays Tyrone Lannister, but he is a midget
I will definitely
actor.
take that. We'll go
So
with
I will take Warwick Davis.
with darker hair.
Or
Okay.
Cole Pilkington, because he's dumb too.
Okay, here's a fun one. If you were an ice cream, what flavour would you be?
Carrot.
No, not carrot.
You don't get carrot flavoured ice cream, dude.
I bet you could.
Vanilla. Simple. Done.
Because you're simple.
And done.
I'd be Neapolitan ice cream, because, I like to mix it up.
With vanilla.
I'm not into swirls.
Chose Neapolitan. Okay then. Who's your favourite cartoon character and why?
I enjoyed watching Dexter.
Is that why you got the whole ginger thing going on? Like you just took his head and twisted it?
I never thought of that before I answered.
Can you do an impression of Dexter's voice?
No, I can't. I honestly can't.
Can you try?
I forgot how he
Say,
sounds.
Dee Dee, get out of my laboratory.
Dee Dee, get out of my laboratory.
In Dexter's voice.
I don't know how he sounds. It's been many years since I watched this program.
Okay, just go for it. Just do a loud impression of what you think he might sound like.
Get out of my lab.
You feel like I should answer this
I
question
feel like
now?
you should certainly answer this question.
Which was cartoon character Danger Mouse. That motherfucker had an eye patch, a frog as a sidekick, and he got up to some shit. And I'm also aware the frog was the villain, the mole was the sidekick.
Okay, it's good that you know your stuff.
I rectified it. It's all good.
Okay, so what was it? Your favourite cartoon character? Vanilla, or?
No, that was my ice cream. What was the question before it?
Sorry, I just throw that one in there. Okay, if you could visit any place in the world, where would you go? And it has to be a real place. You can't say Atlantis or the centre of the earth.
Oh, damn!
You're going to say Atlantis?
Yes! You ruined my life.
I've written it down as well as to pick those out for not being chosen.
I got to New Zealand because...
You want to go back to where the dwarves were?
No. Their face tattoos are pretty cool. Like the Maori tattoos.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I like them a lot. I'm going to get one because I'm not from New Zealand, but...
So you go look and see them in person.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Alright, I'll give you that one. Any place on earth.
See, I quite like historical shit, so trying to find Atlantis would have been a good mission in my life.
You could
Failing,
have drowned, I mean...
I
that's
could. I could, unless you believe that it's in its own oxygen hole in the sea.
fine. Of course, only logical reason.
Hey, I saw it at the film once.
I've seen it on Futurama.
Seen it in a
that's what I'm
cartoon?
talking about. It wasn't a cartoon as well, there was a whole cartoon about it. But no, probably somewhere like Alexander the Great's tomb, somewhere like that. Like, that'd be pretty chilled.
Do you know whereabouts that is?
Cairo, I want to say, outside of Cairo by the desert.
Okay, we'll give you a rest of it. Just one of those sort of throw the dart type deals. What would you do when you were there? If you got in the tomb, just you on your own?
Look around, take some time. Take a personal day.
Touch anything?
You don't want to set off no booby traps now, do you?
Of course, not with the boulder in such close proximity.
Well, you say the boulder, that was Indiana Jones, but
Yeah, there's bound to be one down
there's
there.
bound to be some booby traps involved.
Oh.
Okay. What is your dream job that exists? Because you can't say something like ice cream taster or...
Ice cream taste is a real
That is
job.
a real job, though.
Someone must taste the flavours of ice cream. Otherwise, how do they know they're going to be good and sell them?
Okay, then, so who's going to choose professional sitting person first?
What, like chair tester?
Bet that exists.
But what would be your
Vent tester.
What would you have the most fun doing?
Oh,
If you could have any career you wanted, get paid a living wage for, what would it be?
probably managing England.
The football team?
Yeah, the football.
No, the country. He means Prime Minister.
No, I'd be king. There's no point in being Prime Minister. But managing England, the football team would be pretty cool.
Okay, so football England manager and
Good God. My dream job.
bodybuilder oiler, I'm thinking.
Yes. You're right. How did you... You've
Okay.
been reading my diary, haven't you?
Okay, on the next one, are you a morning or a night person?
A night person.
I'm like
I work
a-
nights.
Late afternoon kind of guy.
I like brunch.
I operate best between like 2 and 5.
I like vegetables with my dip.
Literally, like 2 and 5. Those are my peak times.
Your operating hours.
Yeah.
Which the end of the day is so close.
Yeah, I'm no good in the morning. I start waking up about 2. Days done at 5. Like that. Involved in my ideal job, I would only oil bodybuilders between 2 and 5. Like I'd change competitions so that they happened at those times.
Well, that's something. Okay, this one was sort of answered at the beginning, but we're going to go a little bit more in depth, which is, what is your favourite hobby?
That's a hard question.
Would you like to answer first? What is your favourite hobby?
My favourite hobby has to be playing rugby. Been doing that now for 12 years.
Lift up your arm. You cannot tell, can you?
No.
Bed tester.
Yeah, no, as I say, been doing that for 12 years. You'd thought if I was going to get bored of that, I would have done that by now.
That's a very good point. Okay.
I'm probably playing golf because I've just started it and the boredom of it hasn't hit me yet.
Oh, that's good to hear. Hopefully we'll get to see some sort of you at the driving range videos.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
How many times can you miss a ball in 30 seconds? Apparently 16.
We should do that as a day out
That would be pretty cool.
We should do a day out video.
Oh, we've got many things we can do. Okay. Name some of your pet peeves or interesting things you dislike.
I feel like I have one major one.
Remember,
but I don't want to say
racism's illegal.
It's not so much racism as sort of...
It's not.
Is this your problem that you have with midgets?
They scare me. Really? They just scare me. So I guess I don't like them.
Confliction with little people.
They really do scare me.
Is there any others? Any more that you can go a bit more
I don't like
into?
spiders. Because some dick threw one in my face the other day.
That was funny though.
It wasn't funny.
So no other...
Because you'd give me no warning that he was going to do it, but you'd fucked off.
And it was also a baby brown recluse spider, I'd just like to add.
You should have taken that as a hint.
I didn't even see it in his hand.
So no other hobbies you like filling your time with that you can really get stuck into? Don't do gardening or...
We've gone backwards in questions. We're talking about things that we don't like now.
Yeah, but I'm just... yeah, good point. But answer then.
You've got the prompt sheet. How do you get this wrong?
Put it upside down.
Yeah, so things that annoy me.
Loud, long exhalations.
That annoys me. Yeah. It's hard to say that one specific thing will annoy me.
What if you explained this? If you sat down with someone and said, "Oh, this is something that really bugs me," would they be like, "What?"
No, I don't think, there's nothing, it's not like I'm like, oh, I really hate...
Mine would be babies as well.
I really hate when people babies.
Because you have to be so careful with them.
I suppose the biggest thing I hate is when somebody asks you your opinion, or if you know something, and you tell them what you think, and then they tell you you're wrong. The reason that I don't like this is because I feel like if you're going to argue with what I've said... Why ask? If you want me to agree with you, put forward your idea first.
Absolutely.
Don't waste my time.
Alright, that's very good. That's something I've got to remember to do more in the future. Okay, what is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
I have one of them ghost chilies.
Have you eaten anything that isn't food?
That isn't food?
Yeah, like maybe...
I'll tell you what, actually. We were at McDonald's, yeah? And Billy bet me a $5 that I wouldn't eat the spicy veggie patty, yeah?
Of course.
Wait, this veggie patty had been in there for 5 hours previously, so it was like a stone.
Yeah.
It was a
He then put chocolate sauce on it, tartar sauce, and buffalo hot sauce. That was pretty weird.
Okay.
Like, that burnt and was chocolatey at the same time.
Okay, that definitely is fucking
that
weird.
was a weird one, yeah. That was
all for a $5.
No, he didn't pay
fucking
me
top.
Did you win the $5 then?
He hasn't given me yet.
That's never going to come.
No.
Okay.
Weirdest thing I've ever eaten.
Now we have a member of the Scouts troop. If you'd like to do the symbol for us or the signal, whatever it is you do. 3 fingers deep.
All the time,
So as you can imagine, being in the woods for a long period of time, there is many things you eat. Maybe sticks or other people.
To be fair, when I was doing all of that shit, besides getting molested, I didn't eat many odd things. I have to say, we cooked some weird shit.
Okay, let's go down that route.
I cooked a bottle of mosquito repellent. Just to see what would happen. We put it in the frying pan. We were kind of hoping it would blow up, What actually happened was it split. It span round like a Catherine wheel and nearly set the entire campsite on fire. That was a bit of a concern.
It's pretty cool.
But you didn't eat it?
No, I didn't eat it. It was melted plastic. That would have been dumb. Yeah, I mean, when I was at school, I once ate a letter that was sent home to my parents because I didn't want them to find it, so I ate it. I don't know why I didn't put it in the bin. I was dumb as a child.
So, how old were you in this one?
13.
So
13. No one old enough to know better.
So we've had a veggie patty covered in chocolate syrup, buffalo hot sauce and tartar sauce as one, and a letter that could have easily been put in the recycling bin from the other.
Yeah, but I didn't want anyone to find it.
You did a very good job.
Found it in the bin anyway.
Well, I'm proud of you.
But if I imagine...
Yeah, but how many times have you found a letter in a bin?
I work in a company where stuff gets put in the bin all the time, so all the time.
Yeah, but this was in a school.
A school where letters and paper waste is fucking frivolous.
Exactly. Just mix it in with the lot.
You're making a cake.
I'm making a mixer. And there's the letter at the bottom.
Here's one I think will be interesting for you two. Name one of your favourite things about your family.
They leave me alone.
Yeah, mine is I don't see mine very much or hear from them. That's pretty
Don't get
nice.
me
You don't have any
I love-
lovely sentiments.
I love my family. Most of them. Those I don't like, leave me alone. Those I do like, know their limitations. So like my older brother, me and him really get along.
You play rugby together?
Yeah, like all that, like we do really get along. But we don't spend every day together because we know that it would get tiresome and there'd be a stabbing.
Absolutely. And anything nice you want to just chuck into the mix?
The fact that they live halfway up the country is really nice for me. And that they don't know my number either. So they can't phone me, most of them.
Happy birthday, Merry Christmas.
Not interested.
There we are. Okay, do you have any unique or quirky habits about yourself?
I could bend my thumbs backwards.
Show it!
You said...
Show it!
Oh, that's so unique. I mean, I wonder what that would be like to do.
motherfucker.
I mean, it's so quirky.
Well, no,
edgy.
that was the only thing I had.
Okay, that's also not a habit. It's a bodily function.
Depends how many times you do it a day.
Is there any like sort of obviously you must stroke your beard from time to time? Do you chew on anything? Do you play with anything during the day?
No. Not really. No. Why would I chew on anything? If it's not food, I'm not chewing on it.
You had gum?
Yeah, but that was ages ago.
Okay. Do you have any quirky or interesting?
Yeah, I get like an itch on the inside of my face. So I do this a lot to make it go away.
And it's mostly every time you sit in a car as well.
Yeah, it's like when I think it's just sitting down in general that I think it's the blood rushing in that makes me rub my face.
So it seems as though you're tweaking, is what we're
kinda, yeah.
Okay. Now, this will be a bit easier than the first one, is describe yourself in 3 words. Now, you're going to take a little bit of time on this one, so just pace yourselves and think of the 3 words that could describe you. They don't have to be like Ryan is cool. It can just be...
Alright, I got my answer.
Okay, so Ryan's obviously thinking if he knows 3 words.
Peter,
Taller than you.
William, Davies.
That's mine. 3 words, motherfucker. I'm done.
So you would describe yourself as your name.
Yeah, what better way to describe yourself? How are you going to call a table a table? It's a table. Describe this, it's a table. Describe me, Peter William Davies. 3 words.
What about all the other William Davies in the world?
They're not me.
But they have the exact same description as you.
Well,
So
this table has the same description as that table. You still call it a table.
Height, one difference.
No, it's still a table.
Okay. And you're sticking with Ryan.
I'm sticking with taller than you.
Sean Barton. Taller than you. Okay, so taller than Davies.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Describe yourself in 3
My
words.
man.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is the final one, and it's going to be finish this sentence. Okay. If I could be anyone besides me, I would be
You.
Because I'm taller than you.
Yes.
So I'm going to give it to you again. Okay. If I could be anyone besides me, I would be
Ryan Barton.
There we go. Okay, that's one of them. Okay, I'm going to present the set. Do you have an answer? Because I can answer the question.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Because that name is amazing on his own.
What does Kareem Abdul-Jabbar do?
He was a basketball player. He's now retired. And he fought Bruce Lee in one of the films. So, I'm pretty happy with that.
So you wouldn't want to be Bruce Lee?
No, because he's dead.
I mean, if I could have a second option.
No, you don't get a second.
My first option is what it is.
Yeah.
And I say it because it's funny. My second option would genuinely be Jackie Chan, because I want to know what it'd be like to spend one day as the drugs ambassador of a nation whose son is in prison for being a drug dealer. I want to know how that feels.
Huh.
That was an amazing answer.
I feel that probably should have come out first.
Nah.
Never mind.
Who did you pick? You. You want to be Ryan Barton?
Yeah. If I could be you just for a day, I'd shave.
If I could be anyone other than myself, you'd be Ryan Barton. What would you do?
Shave. First thing I'd do, shave that face. Because I know how angry you'd be if I did that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be me, would I?
It's a little bit of beard envy going on right here.
I'd be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's like 6'8", and so I imagine he can grow like a 6'10" beard.
I was gonna say, if you were him now, you could dunk him like a basketball.
Yeah, I'm probably dunking like a basketball now anyway.
I doubt this.
I think that went pretty well, to be fair, for the first round.
Yeah, that was the opening questions. Believe it or not, got through all of those.
Those are the ones in my hand. Right?
They were prompted.
We've got a couple more questions that we're going to go through now. I think are a little less personal. I'm not too sure. I went through them briefly. A lot of this is just to get into the psyche of you two and just how you work, because as we've seen, Ryan is very simple.
Good lord, we could be in for some trouble.
And Davies is very boring, unfortunately.
Thank you.
Do you care to prove me wrong with a case of an interesting story about yourself?
Is this the first one?
No, it's nothing to do with it.
This is just like an ad.
We're just rolling with it. As is this first sort of.
Okay, so a time when something funny happened to me. A couple of years ago, 21st birthday. Had a rugby club, getting drunk. You were there. Part of the whole being 21, you've got to do some crazy shit. I was challenged with running around the pitch naked. That's pretty tame.
I'm going to give some context to this. We live in Bournemouth. As you know, it's quite a big area, very, very popular as well. And this was essentially, I believe, 2 and a bit rugby pitch size field.
Yeah, it was a big field.
And he was challenged to run around the pitch while there were people sort of walking their children or their dogs or just with their partners. Sort of a nice time in the evening. It was quite warm out as well.
Yeah, it was. It was September, so it was a nice evening. Did my thing, got naked, running around. There was a very disgruntled man. I think he was walking a dog. I was pretty drunk. I don't remember a dog, but I assume that's why he was there.
Walking a dog.
So I stopped and had a chat with him. He wasn't happy about this.
Wait, whilst naked?
Yeah, straight up.
And drunk?
Yeah.
Well, the best thing to do would...
Stop.
And talk to an old man.
Talk to an old man. Yeah.
Who was angry in the first place?
He was already angry. And then I made things better.
See, viewing from the balcony, it seemed as though you had made a friend.
I had not. He asked me to leave him alone almost immediately. He saw me running towards him. He gave me a wide berth. I drifted into his path. I stopped in front of him, opening words out of his mouth, "Please leave me alone." And I said, "But I really think we could be friends." His retort was simply, "Go." Like, that was all he really said. So yeah, that was quite an interesting moment in my life.
Of course, there's one. Okay, so let's get on to the next round of questions. Do these the same as we did the last ones? Okay, so what movie do you think deserves a sequel?
That's a hard question because most of them are already out.
Okay, if you could have another added on to the end of it. If you felt something in the movie wasn't quite answered and you could give it another shot.
Inception!
So the second Inception film, I'm assuming, would just be every loose end tied up.
Yeah, it'd basically be like Michael Caine's character explaining whether it was real or not. So
imagine, sort of from a perspective like The Matrix, like they sort of take you out and then they show you everything that there is and explain.
Yeah, kind of exactly like that. Or perhaps, obviously, Cobb, that's Leonardo DiCaprio's character's name, does what he does in the film, and we're to where's the words I'm looking for? The idea is you're not supposed to know whether they ever got off the plane, you're not supposed to know whether it was a dream or not. And I just feel like it'd only have to be like a 5-minute short video. But just for Michael Caine's character to either be like, oh, the plane crashed and died, it was all made up, or for them to just be like, yes, it was real and that's what happened.
Okay. So Ryan, I'm assuming you don't have any sort of answer like that. Like, you don't have any questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Pick a really funny movie that you like. That
Mine would have been The Hangover. Point the third one where it ends and Chow goes off. I wanted to see what happened to him.
So you want essentially Hangover Chow edition?
Like he had all that gold and he was a crazy motherfucker. I enjoyed him.
That's a good idea. Okay. Name one toy that you would like to throw repeatedly at a brick wall.
Furby.
That was straight.
There we go. Straight out of the game.
Bang. Furby.
They
I thought this would be a difficult question.
They made weird noises.
Did they scare you?
They weren't okay, were
And
they?
they were expensive as fuck.
Did you find that out after you threw one of them at a brick wall? And
No, but I'd like to throw it at a brick wall now.
repeatedly?
Yeah.
I want to throw a Stretch Armstrong.
Just to see it break.
Yeah, see how long it would take. So,
Well, that's it.
because they were full of powder from what I remember, and when that goes,
gel.
it's going to be fucking hilarious.
It was like a cornstarchy kind of gel.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, because I remember one of them came apart and we weren't supposed to eat what was inside of it.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
But this is the thing. If you were throwing a brick wall, it only takes so many. If you get Ryan to do it, I mean, that cuts that number down by like sort of 90%.
Yeah, it'd save me. I'd have to throw it a good 1,000 times to get it to break. 2. He'd be sorted.
Yeah.
Plus, I'd have the problem of having to reach up above my head and
Pick
throw
it
the
up
whole
and
thing both hands. Like, I'd be in real trouble, and you'd just be like, oh, little finger.
As long as it isn't the cuddle buddy one that you've got at the moment.
No, that's a life-size long pillow that I've got. I've managed to put some of your T-shirts over the top of it.
You got one of them man
Spoon it.
pillows?
No, do I fuck have one of them man pillows?
yeah,
You
right.
For him, life size is like a Furby.
Oh, right.
Okay.
It's just a normal size pillow.
Here's one that's going to be quite controversial. What is one thing a woman should never do?
Fart in public.
Okay.
Why are you still like...
There's one answer. Ryan, could you please name one thing a woman shouldn't do ever?
Shit with the door open.
Billy's answered for me.
Okay, so we got fart in public, shit with the door open. Ryan, would you like to go for a third? One thing a woman should never do.
Piss on her shoes. Don't do it.
I know where this is coming from, so do you want to elaborate a little bit?
You know where this is going as well, don't you?
Just go,
I remember being sat on my bed one day. It was like, what, 1 o'clock in the morning? And getting a text from you saying, this girl is stupid as fuck, she's just pissed on her shoes. And then a few days later, going into work and hearing, oh, this is my girlfriend now. It was like, is that what attracted you to her, the pissing on the shoes?
Like I said...
She marked her own territory.
She marked you. Did she throw the shoe at you afterwards?
No, there was no throwing of shoes. Like I said, we've all made mistakes, and I've learnt from these. And that issue has been resolved. That cancerous cell has been removed.
But she's still about.
Not in my life.
I see.
Hey, back to the question. Back to the question. So you think women should never piss on their shoes?
Yeah, just because they're normally expensive as well. So if I bought you a pair of shoes and you pissed on them, I would be so annoyed.
Okay, I'd completely agree. But obviously, it's not one of those things that people regularly piss themselves, and if they do, it doesn't get to the point of their shoes. So, in what situation would a woman piss on her shoes?
I don't know. Does she squat?
Like,
do you understand how women pee?
Yeah, but like, how? What was the angle? Because you're obviously there. How did this happen?
Funnily enough, wasn't watching her pee. Just to get that one clear. From what I understand, is she was squatted having a wee, and
got a bit messy,
splashed onto her shoe. You've painted the picture like she's rivered all up and down her fucking trainers, but I think there was just like a little overflow.
So she essentially made the puddle and then made it worse.
No, I think, you know, how can I describe it? You know when you turn the tap on real fast?
Yeah.
And it
splashes.
Yeah, and then just like one of those little bits that came out.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Because we know it happened more than once.
I don't know.
Okay then. Question number 4.
Oh god.
Who would you hate to see, and don't say each other on this question, who would you hate to see naked? Now this is something that's going to be very difficult because it's going to be people that obviously most won't know. So a celebrity or a public figure that you would not want to see naked, like the least appealing person to see in the buff.
Fucking... Oh, what's that guy that had the egg thrown at him? The politician.
Oh, Oh, our old Prime Minister.
Yeah, what was his name?
Oh God,
Gordon Brown?
Gordon Brown.
Him.
Okay.
To be fair, he would look like a walrus.
Or Ed Pickle.
Ed Pickle.
What the fuck is Ed Pickle?
He's another politician.
Oh.
He is massive.
You know politicians?
I know a lot.
Okay.
There's a topic of conversation that we could go on for hours about.
Okay, so who would you hate to see naked?
Oh God.
Well, you know, South. I mean, I'm just so unappealing and unattractive.
Oh, funny kid. No. Who would I hate to see naked? It's a tough question because there's so many people I don't want to see naked.
Okay, the Queen wouldn't be on your list, would she?
And she probably would.
I've seen the Queen naked.
Yeah, and I understand that, but you don't have to enjoy the event to be able to say it. Like, I don't want to see her naked, but if it happened, I'd be like, here's an interesting fact.
Okay.
And that would be a good thing.
So just a quick one. One person you won't want to see naked.
Carrie Katona.
She's dead, ain't she?
No, that's Jade Goody.
Oh, they look the same.
They're both waste of society.
Okay. On a sort of a lighter note, what is your favourite kind of cereal?
Cocoa Pops.
Lucky
Charms!
Golden Nuggets.
Golden Nuggets. There we go. Okay, have you been looking at this, by the way?
I have, but I can't read it. Like, I'm all the way back here, and it's just tiny little scribbles.
Okay, this one I can imagine going 15,000 different ways.
Oh, good.
What is one thing you wanted as a child but never got?
Oh, god damn.
How about attention?
I wanted to go a day without being beaten. No, that was a joke. Sorry.
You're fucking losing it. Okay.
Can I answer for him?
No.
No, definitely not, because I see where this is going.
Damn it.
One thing you always wanted as a kid but never got.
I don't know, like, I didn't have a particularly privileged childhood, but it was never anything that I wanted.
Yeah, that I didn't
like,
have.
I really wanted and didn't have.
What do you think of it?
Like games consoles and stuff like that. Like, if my parents couldn't get them for me, I found a way to get them. So
Probably
I would
an
like
electric scooter.
save money and
Remember
get
when
things.
everybody had an electric
Yeah,
scooter?
exactly.
Yeah, I have to say that's a good
Yeah,
point. I had one for like a day, and my little brother broke it.
As they do.
So now can I give my answer for him?
Yes.
Would you have liked to known your daddy?
Ah, no, not really, no.
And rainbows keep going on and on and on. Okay.
No, because you know people are going to genuinely believe now, whoever watched this, that I don't know who my dad is.
You were under the impression, for the first 18 years of your life, that your dad was black. Now, how much will your mum have had to have lied to you if you genuinely think your biological father was black?
You brought this
You
up,
are
and this
pale
was
like
a lie,
Casper and ginger like a Celtic.
and this was a lie that was made up to prove how stupid your girlfriend was.
By your mum.
There we are.
Like, she genuinely
To you?
Oh wait, no. Let's backtrack a little bit here. He's correct. Your girlfriend believed that his father was genuinely, to this day, black.
I showed her a picture.
A long time ago, ex-girlfriend. I just want this one clear for the record.
A random black man.
Long time ex-girlfriend.
And she thought that was my dad.
She was an intelligent person.
Okay.
And she's gone now.
Okay, on to the next question. Are we agree? So we've all got that. Okay. If you were, this is something I believe you already have an answer to as well. I like how these are all sort of working together. If you were in the witness protection program, what would be your alias? That means name.
My name?
If you say you saw something you should know and they said we're going to send you away and keep you safe, you get to pick a name for yourself.
John Smith.
Oh, that's too boring.
And here's the reason why. It's boring. Do you know how many John Smiths there are in the world? If I've seen a mafia mob kill someone and they're going to go looking for John Smith, good fucking luck.
Okay, there's one. Very clever approach.
That's very good.
Now Ryan's going to have a colourful answer.
But mine would be, depending on where would I be put in this program, like what country.
An English-speaking country.
Oh, goddamn.
But you could have a foreign name. Simple.
Do you know how many countries are English-speaking countries? Like, we colonised half the world at one point.
I understand that.
You could literally pick pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of a good name now. Like, if I could pick my own name, you'd go outside the box, wouldn't you?
Depends.
Like, this could take a long time. Like,
Ryan Barton.
20 minutes.
Ryan should have been important.
How about, if you could pick any fucking name you wanted, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
No, I don't want that name.
I
would have liked to have been him. I would have liked to have been him.
And the name was just a bonus.
Yeah, the name was a bonus. My name would be Shakhtar. Makes it sound like I've got money.
Yep. Okay.
Shakhtar.
Look, oil baron.
Shakhtar. Name twice.
Shakhtar.
Yeah.
A name so nice, you say it twice.
Exactly.
Okay.
Look for Shakhtar.
Okay, Shakhtar. You're going first on this one. What is the nicest thing someone else has ever done for you? Don't butt in. No. He gets this one.
I didn't say anything.
You can
now
think
I'm
of yours.
trying to think of what he's thinking.
If you have an answer, go for it. But I don't want you throwing anything at Ryan.
Is this a genuinely nice thing, or is he?
This is the nicest thing someone's done that you can remember. Obviously, not like someone gave me £50 versus someone gave me 100. If someone gave you 50 because you're in a really bad state and they had no money, that'd be top dog. Or if somebody went out of their way to help you do a good deed for you, kind of thing.
See that's a tough one.
Okay, we'll go ballpark. One of them then.
People do nice things for me all the time.
Okay.
Not.
Right. This is why I wanted to go to Ryan.
See, this is a hard one. What is?
Okay, name something nice somebody has ever done for you.
Genuine.
His mum used to sign his birthday cards from his dad.
Did your mum let you use a booster seat until you were 12?
No.
Okay, well we've got one answer. He can't stick up for
passed me down
himself.
somewhere off the top shelf when I was little.
Okay, that's the nicest thing somebody's ever done.
The nicest thing somebody ever did was pass you something off the top
Yeah, but
shelf.
say if you're like 5 and you're in the shop and you got like your
You're struggling
birthday
picking up
money,
Nudimax.
and you can't reach like a toy up there, and like you're 5 years old. Somebody's come along and give you that toy, like, alright, here you go.
That's perspective, yeah, to be fair.
Amazing.
If I was 5, that would be the greatest thing to ever happen to me.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've grown up since I was 5 years old.
And so you're happy. The nicest thing anyone's done for you is...
You put me up, you gave me somewhere to live for about 3 months, so that was pretty good.
You had a home?
Yeah, but it didn't work that way, did it?
And let him live with me for 3 months. Actually, yeah, we'll go for that. And it was one of those sort of always here, as everybody was, didn't really notice it was a living arrangement until everything sort of blew over.
Yeah.
And then it was, well, this is all we've really been doing and done. It was nice to have him as a roommate, though. He cleaned stuff. Doesn't do any more, but...
You're his woman for a
I don't live here anymore. Why would I clean your house now?
Did nice gestures, kind of on. My fucking list is empty. Okay. Where do you not mind waiting?
Where do I not mind waiting?
Restaurants.
Okay, restaurants.
Because you have to be patient in restaurants. When you're waiting, and this is like an in the moment thing. Like, I will wait for my food for as long as it takes. I will not be that guy who says, "Hey, I've been here for like 45 minutes. What's going on with my food?" Because you know you're getting a fucking loogie steak.
Okay.
Afterwards, I'll be like, "That took so fucking long to come. Why did it take so long?" But during the waiting period.
So
happy.
The reason you wouldn't do it is because you don't want people messing with your food, rather than you place your order, you understand it's coming, asking isn't going to help.
Yeah, I mean, there is a total of that. Like, I do understand. I worked in a similar industry for a long time, so I do understand that these things take time. But I'm not going to ever complain about it in the middle of the process.
Okay, right. Where do you not mind waiting?
Mine would probably just be something I've ordered online.
Oh, so just a standard sort of package delivery.
It doesn't bother me how long it takes to get there as long as it gets there.
There we are. So once you know it's coming, you go in. Okay. If you could look up one person in a mental institution, who would it be?
See, I can't say the person I wanted because nobody knows who he is.
Okay. If you could have essentially, to this merit, if you could have any celebrity or public figure completely disappear off of the face of the earth.
Ed Miliband.
Oh, I was going to say him.
Okay, there we are. So Green Party, I believe.
No, Ed Miliband was. I think he still is the head of the Labour Party.
Do you support the Green Party?
I do.
There we go.
I absolutely do support the Green Party.
You don't know how to vote, do you?
I think they work. I think they're good. Good for the country.
Okay, another simple one. What is your favourite flavour of crisps?
Procter.
Cheese on it.
Yeah. Okay. If you could project yourself into the past, where would you go? Or essentially it's a where and when.
Like, as far as I like into the past, or my past.
You could go see the dinosaurs. You could see the creation of Earth.
I can go wherever I like.
But you would be there, so I
can't do anything. I can just witness an event.
Yeah, no, more to the point of if you go to the creation of Earth, you probably get a little bit squished, or maybe burn. So you can go and see things that are sort of anything you would survive in.
So if I said like I wanted to know what happened to the dinosaurs and they were destroyed by the Ice Age, I'd freeze too.
Yes,
that's what you said.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I want to know what happened on the grassy knoll. So I want to be at that assassination.
Okay. So you want to be at the assassination of JFK?
That's it.
That's very good.
That's a really good answer.
Nothing, Ryan. You've seen a lot of good football games. You've seen a lot of highlights of them. You've seen a lot of prize fights, a lot of sort of incredible punches go down.
I would have loved to have been at Muhammad Ali fight, any one of them, just to watch him fight.
He was a beast.
Would have been.
He knew what he was doing.
Amazing.
Well, a very good answer. Okay. What was your most impressive car repair skill?
I can answer this one right now. None.
You have no.
I can change a tyre, but
there we are.
That's not really a repair.
But yes, if something is broken and you fix it, that's a repair.
Okay, and yours?
My dad was a mechanic, so
my father. What can you do?
If you don't interrupt, you can get an answer. But if you're going to be rude, that's what's going to happen.
Dad's going to fire me.
Yeah, your dad. I'm going to get my dad down here. He's bigger than your dad, and you're going to be in trouble. No, my dad was a mechanic, so I learned a lot of stuff about cars when I was growing up. So I can do most things. Obviously, can't change an engine.
Obviously.
Not without a crane, anyway. Not a fucking giant crane, but just an engine crane.
I don't think they thought that like you're going to get a big fucking building crane.
Whoa, some people are stupid. Not our viewers. Not our viewers.
Okay, so again, ask a question, get an answer. What is your most impressive car repair skill?
Not using a big crane, apparently.
What is your most impressive skill?
The most impressive thing I can do with a car?
Yes.
I can change a radiator.
There we go. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, see? Good.
But that's on a list of things that I can do to a car.
But I did say the most impressive.
Okay, but so I can change a radiator. I can also.
Oh, fuck me.
I can also change the suspension springs.
He just wanted one.
Are you as impressed by that?
Wanted one.
Are you as impressed by the fact that I can change the suspension springs as a radiator?
No, radiator seems more complicated.
Why?
Oh no. Next question.
Next question.
My point's proven.
What is the best sports stadium or arena you have been to?
I went to Twickenham a lot when I was younger watching rugby. I went to the NIC in Birmingham. That's a pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool arena.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Nothing in Rome.
No.
You can go to the big.
I've been to the Colosseum, but that doesn't really count as an arena because they don't do anything there anymore. If I'd watched a live gladiator fight, motherfucker, that'd be top of the list.
Yeah.
But they don't, so it's.
Mine would have been Loftus Road, QPR Stadium. It's not like a massive one, but the atmosphere when I went there was tremendous.
Brilliant. We'll give you that one then. Okay. This is one of those endless lists. So just pick something. The first thought that comes to your head. What wouldn't you do for £1 million? Name something that you wouldn't do for £1 million. I said, here's the money. Do this. What would you say? No, I won't do that for £1 million. To.
I won't cheat on my girlfriend for any amount of money.
I don't think there's anything that you could.
Ryan, fuck your dog.
For £1 million?
For $1 million?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, there's one of them.
We all went wide-eyed from it. We were like, oh!
That was the most genuine look I've ever received from you, Ryan. And I've seen you ask me for food. Okay. If you were home on a rainy Sunday? There we go. Sunday afternoon. What movie would you want to see on television?
Oh man. So if I'm Sunday afternoon, feet up, pissing it down with rain.
Yep.
That is.
Maybe just go for an oldie. Something you don't really get to watch much. Obviously not something you have to like.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. Like I'm just trying to think of some of the ageless films I've watched. I'd probably watch the Jurassic Park trilogy. Does that count? It's more than one film, but it's what I would do.
Yeah, we'll just sort of blanket cover Jurassic Park. And Ryan?
Mine would be American Gangster. I love that film.
Also, yeah, brilliant film. Something you could obviously just relax and sort of unwind into.
Yeah.
Okay. What historical figure would you most like to have a discussion with?
Mussolini.
What questions would you ask?
I want to know
Why he chopped off his ear?
That wasn't Mussolini.
Why he painted Mona Lisa?
Still not Mussolini.
Why he made the marble arches?
Do you know who Mussolini is?
What it's like to be king?
Do you know who Mussolini is?
Yes, I do. What questions did you ask him?
I just asked him like what he was thinking, like what his strategical ideas were, where he was going. Did he latch on to what he thought was the best option, or did he put all of his eggs in the wrong basket?
So you basically go back for life skills rather than just...
Yeah, I want to know like what he was thinking so I could do the opposite, because things went downhill fast for that motherfucker. He really made some mistakes.
May he rest in peace.
What was the question?
What historical figure would you most like to have a discussion with? So
Mine would be Gary Neville.
You love Gary
You
Neville.
know, the football player.
He's not a historical figure because he's still alive.
He doesn't have to be dead to be an historical figure, does he?
Well, a kind of history past...
He is the history. He was the history of the right back.
So somebody that you
He is a funny motherfucker as well. Sitting down with him for an hour, just getting into commentary over football, asking him about his career, that'd be fucking hilarious.
I'd also just want to ask David Attenborough questions. Like, nothing meaningful. This guy's voice is insane.
Yeah.
So just whatever you talk to him about, you would have a good time.
And Christopher Watkins, if you're talking about voices.
Yeah.
He has a cool voice, man.
He's still alive.
Yeah, so is David Attenborough, but I'm just saying.
I'm going to organise a day out for you guys. Okay.
You got to show us what TV is.
Okay, here's one. If you could close one fast food chain due to disgusting food, which would you pick?
So that's a good, interesting topic. Because I worked in a McDonald's for a long time. We all did.
Yep.
And I can tell you now that, particularly the branches I've worked in, clean as a whistle.
Yep, absolutely.
They really are. I worked in another food company in England. It's called Toby Carberry. Awful. Like, not there so much their food procedures, just but the general building was not very clean.
Of course.
And coming from such an environment where it was basically sterile.
Yeah.
To going into a room where like, oh, there's dirt on the floor, but that's okay. And I was
Because it seems
very
well with these fast food chains, they have a lot of procedures put in place, and these places have to be spotless.
Yeah, so
for visits, regulations.
I mean, you visit individual branches of fast food chains, like in the area, and some are immediately better than others. But that was certainly somewhere that, when I saw the other side of that counter, I've never eaten there since.
And you don't like that you want to shut down just because you don't like the people, or?
Yeah. Mine would be, have you ever ordered from Cali?
Yes, I've ordered from Cali fried
motherfuckers.
chicken.
They give me this chicken was clucking at me. Like, it was pink. Like, I bit into it, and admittedly I went in the sound state of mind. But I knew that this chicken was, you know when you just stare at it something, you're like, is this my eyes or is it actually this pink? It nearly
I definitely had that experience,
That nearly killed me. Yeah, no, I'd close them fuckers down. They're trying to kill me.
Funny story about California Fried Chicken. I once ordered from there. You were there for this, so you can verify this story. They're open till like 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
Of course.
Really good because you can order late at night and they'll bring it to your door. So we must have ordered about 12:30, 1:15. Yeah, excellent. Paid for it on the phone by my card. They took the money. Told it was on its way. We waited about an hour. We phoned them up like, still waiting for this food. They said, oh, it's on its way. So we were like, cool. That's just been busy.
Yeah.
3 o'clock came around and we were like, I'm pretty sure they're closed now. So we phoned them and they said I never ordered the food.
Was this outside of McDonald's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. I was furious.
Awful.
Absolutely furious. They just told me, no, you didn't order it.
So again, you throw sort of an extra little tuppence towards Ryan's.
Yeah, just to help Ryan's point, like, and one's just been closed down for having bad food practices.
No.
Yeah, they have.
It's about time, to be fair.
No.
Okay, I also had to add a little extra onto this question. Okay, what is one thing you refuse to share other than food? The sigh of, damn it.
But I mean, like, that's a pretty simple question.
Something you refuse to share.
I wouldn't share lots of things.
Name one.
I wouldn't share my girlfriend. That's a pretty simple answer. Like, right out the back. Home run, motherfucker.
Okay, somebody could obviously steal her. What else wouldn't you share? Something like a physical
item.
Something that you own.
Mine would be socks. Because
Socks and underwear.
Socks in my fucking house without going missing.
You have one brother.
It doesn't matter. They're always gone. Like literally, the other day I looked in my drawer for a pair of socks.
Do you always
And
lose
that was
one sock?
No, I'm talking about the entire fucking back. I haven't thrown out a pair of socks ever in my life. Yeah? So by that, I should have, like, my fucking house should be filled with socks. Look at my socks. I got a black one.
Yeah, a black Nike one.
And a fucking grey one.
And a grey one. At least
like,
you
one of them's an
tried.
egg one. It doesn't make any sense. They're all gone.
I always lose like a sock out of a pair, and then that immediately means that they have to go.
I just buy the same in massive bulk, so if I lose one of a pair, I have 1,000 of the other.
I have started to do that.
Okay, if you were sent to a psychiatrist, what would he or she say you suffer from?
I think my
Narcissism.
reading will come back 100% fine.
So you don't ever describe you as fine?
100%?
They wouldn't say you're dull or...
It's not a psychological issue.
Well, it kind of is. I wouldn't say you have ADD or if you...
I'm not going to turn around and slaughter everybody. Therefore, I'm fine.
You're not bipolar because you're super happy one minute and you're super drool the next.
That's not me.
So you would have no diagnosis?
No diagnosis.
Okay then.
I'd probably
HIV.
get him diagnosed with bulimia.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'd go for that. But then again, you can eat a burger, you can eat a plate of vomit, 2 meals in one. Done.
Twice as much nutritional value.
Okay, if you could be on the cover of any magazine, what magazine would you
Forbes.
choose? Forbes magazine, of course.
What's that?
It's
I don't read magazines.
Forbes magazine is like it's a rich list magazine, basically.
Right.
Like the man of the moment goes on there. So it'd either be Forbes or Time.
okay, very good.
I don't read magazines.
So, like maybe Men's Fitness or Football Weekly, or if you give me your facade
Playgirl.
of a magazine.
Playboy.
So now I'm just trying to think of a magazine.
Think if it could
Orphans Awareness.
It could be Playgirl, and you could have.
You really are a prick with that, aren't you?
Well, obviously, like Pete said, he's put in Forbes. It's not the context of like you don't need to have an article in this magazine. It would just be your
Beano.
face.
The Beano.
Yeah.
A comic.
Next to Dennis the Menace.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh wow.
To be fair, that's something you could show your children at a very young age, and they'd love it. Whereas at the point they'd understand
fucking
Forbes,
hero.
they wouldn't like their parents.
Nah, bollocks.
No, okay, they'd like their mother because Sophie is a lovely woman.
That's fair.
Okay. What makes you really sleepy?
Been awake for too long.
Yes. Yes.
What is one thing that annoys you most at a restaurant? I can't even go on that one. The other one, the order.
Annoys me most.
What annoys you most at a restaurant?
No, you can go.
So when this isn't something that I do because of how much it annoys me, but when people click at a waiter. So yeah, like that. Like regardless of what they want, like you can put your hand up and you can wave, but the moment you start clicking, I want to come and cut your fucking hand off.
Okay. That's actually, yeah, I'll agree with that.
Mine would be the waiters.
The waiters annoy you the most at a restaurant.
Click at them or clap at them. When they come to me, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. But you can guarantee, as soon as you take a massive bite out of something, one of them stood behind you. How's your meal? Ooh. How am I going to answer that?
That's even better. That is even better.
Do you know why they do that?
Because they're cunts, basically.
So you can't say it's shit.
Because you're eating this stuff.
You got a mouthful of food. They say, "How's your meal?" You just go,
Yeah, wait,
like
there's spit it at them.
Okay. What do people do too much of today? In this day and age, like current times, what do people do too much of?
People spend too much time taking photos of shit.
Yeah, that is annoying as fuck.
Like, I had a conversation with my girlfriend not long back, and she was like, "Do you know that like between us of like pictures of us together doing stuff, we've got like 7 pictures where we're at stuff."
Wow.
And we've been together 2 years, been on holiday, visited several different cities, done lots of different things. Like, we've taken pictures of stuff that we've seen whilst we're there. But when people like take every opportunity to, I'm going to have a selfie in front of this monument, like, you know you were there, just enjoy what you're looking at. You don't need a picture in front of it to prove you were there. It's a completely irrelevant thing.
Yeah, it's a
The fact that you were there is proof that you were there.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah, no, I don't like pictures either. Like, there's probably about 5 pictures of me in existence.
We might bring up one later.
And you have one of them.
I've got my favourite one.
Yeah.
That's actually a very good point. There's one that obviously we like to keep for a special occasion. There's one of you on the floor on your 18th, where you got blind, stinking drunk. And
I was there for that.
I passed out.
I hit in the balls. He fell down. Took a picture.
What are the other pictures?
No, there's a second one of me as well, where you hit me in the bollocks and I fell down.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
And then there's your profile picture of when you were in a pub.
Yeah, that wasn't taken by me either.
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's mainly
Damn, okay, so 2 pictures. Okay, to what would you like to devote more time? Mortal Kombat.
No, because that's one of those things that I enjoy in my spare time. If I made it like an event, then I would probably start to resent it. I'd like to devote more time into...
helping others.
Nah, bollocks.
Jacking off.
No. Not...
jacking Ryan off.
No, not...
I'd like to invest more time in that.
What, being jacked off by me?
Yeah.
How do you invest more than 0 time? Like,
walk around following me with my cock out.
do you want to double the amount of time I spend jacking you off? Because double nothing is still nothing.
Well, we'll have to make it something.
No, the world hasn't ended yet.
Not gonna happen. Yes.
What wouldn't you do for $1 million?
Yeah.
I wouldn't beat him off. Fact, there's no amount of money you can put on that. Yeah. So I'd just like to invest more time doing things I want to do in life. So I want to go out travelling. I want to do stuff like that. If I had the opportunity to invest time into that, that's what I would invest in.
Okay.
I'm going to be avoiding people.
You just like to...
Like, I have to see people
When you say people, you mean an individual.
we are effectively...
apart from like 4
most
people,
of Ryan's friends.
and 2 of them are here. Everybody else I could avoid, like, quite happily, but I have to see them on a daily basis.
You've got to go to work, you've got there's things we go to where other people are going to be.
Yeah, no, I just don't like people. They annoy me.
Okay, what is the most inspiring movie you've ever seen?
Have you seen The Pursuit of Happiness?
Yeah, with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's a badass film. That's about a guy who basically is down on his luck. He's living in a public toilet with his son.
Wow.
And then he goes in, he gets a job in Wall Street and like turns his life around. That's a pretty good story.
Okay.
What was the question here?
What is the most inspiring movie you've ever seen?
Daddy Daycare.
I don't think I've watched any movies that have inspired me. Like, I just enjoy them. Like, there's...
None of them would make you sort of want to get up and go do stuff or...
No, like,
Sparks
here's one.
of interest.
Like, I'm not living in the toilet, so I haven't got to be inspired to get out of the toilet.
So you feel like none of them really relate to you?
So you've never watched a film and thought, if he can make a living for himself after living in a toilet, I can do better for myself.
No, I'm pretty happy with where I am.
Fair enough.
Good way of looking at
You're
it.
content with average.
But I am. Very much.
Okay, what household chore have you never done?
Clean the toilet.
Ryan's never cleaned a toilet.
So
I've done the exact opposite many times.
I lived on my own for a long, long time. There isn't a household chore I haven't done.
Okay, have you ever dusted?
Yeah. Dusted, clean windows, hoover, washing up, washing, like your general clothes washing. Like, I've done a lot.
Okay. How do you like to relax?
So this is pretty much how I relax, but less camera. So I spend a lot of my time kicking back, chilling with you two. So that is how I relax.
Cool. Ryan, you got anything? Oh yeah.
I like to smoke, like a lot. And it's pretty relaxing. So yeah, I'd probably like to invest more time in that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a shame you got a job though, isn't it?
It is a fucking shame.
Okay. In what part of the world would you hate to be by yourself? Now this could be for survival, this could be, oh, this is a brilliant event that I want friends to be with me at and I'm on my fucking...
Mine would just be any foreign speaking country. On my own, like, I can deal with that. Like, I can communicate with anybody. Nobody would understand. I can deal with it.
You sort of crumble and curl into a ball.
Yeah, I pretty much would. I would just walk into the sea and I'm done with it.
So I wouldn't want to be like in a vast nowhere. So I wouldn't want to be in the middle of a forest. I wouldn't want to be in the middle of a desert. I wouldn't want to be in the middle of the Arctic desert.
And it's not even so much about the climate, it's just...
Yeah, it's because Of two reasons.
You need an audience.
There is that. As I said, I have a severe issue with my narcissism. So I would have to be with somebody else to try and make myself feel better by making them feel worse.
Take Jamie with you.
I'd cut him up. And this, bringing Jamie with me would solve my second problem, is that if all else goes wrong, I could eat someone else.
Jamie is a very good sort of old friend of ours.
Someone I've known for a long time.
And
He's never a friend
to your
of mine.
points?
What?
Your points?
What do you mean?
The vast openness.
Yeah, so the point of it is that with there being more than one person there, like you have the motivation to get back. You can discuss. You can be like, right, I think we need to go this way, and they can say no. You can brainstorm things.
Yeah.
And if I get hungry, I've got an out. Like I've got a problem solved.
So you have someone to shoulder the blame to and someone to eat.
Shoulder the blame is a strong term. I mean, give them the blame. So if we end up further into the desert, then it's their fault. But
shoulder is a strong word. Remember that for Scrabble.
I don't play Scrabble.
Okay.
I can't spell.
What do you think would be the best thing about not having a sense of smell?
Like, I don't know how much you get paid for working in the sewers, but I imagine it's decent living. Like bin men get paid a lot. Like not a lot, but they earn a decent living off of it.
Yeah, because obviously.
And I imagine if you couldn't smell that shit, it would just be like.
Just another sort of day to day.
Yeah, you just wake up done.
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
I'm assuming you immediately thought farts.
No, see, because farts smell that blind people could enjoy them. So don't take that away from people.
Because blind people can't hear. That's.
I've made a mistake.
I'm blind. I can't see, but at least I can smell shit. I'm happy now.
Blind people can't hear things.
I'm blind. Was that you?
It's been a tough day. All right. Losing my sense of smell would just mean that all the things I don't like to smell wouldn't be a problem for me.
Okay, so the best thing is
avoiding things that unpleasant smells would no longer. All right, I would miss out on nice smells, but in terms of that equation, I'm happy with that.
All right, darling, you got a yeast infection. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your experience of it, then
it's just more salt to the wound. Okay. Yeah. Get a bit defensive. I'm trying to think of one that you can both answer together. Oh God. No, I'll just ask a regular one. Okay, where would you not go back to for a vacation? Something you've been on a holiday before that you wouldn't want to go back to.
No, see, there isn't anywhere I wouldn't want to go back to. Everywhere I've been, I either want to go again and do more, or I enjoyed it enough to go back again and do it again.
Right.
Mine would be anywhere. Like, I've been to Spain and Malta, but I had to get on a plane.
Right.
But the point I got on that plane, I was little, so I was just told you're getting on a plane.
Yeah.
But now I have the option.
And there's a weight restriction.
Well, I buy 2 seats, motherfucker. But the point is, I don't want to get on the plane. It's not happening. It's not.
All right, Mr. T, calm down.
Is this why the movie that you wouldn't want to see on a rainy Sunday afternoon
Snakes
on a plane?
You go, fuck, they're on a plane. They could die for all I care.
Okay. What is the scariest thing you remember from a children's movie? So I say you're watching a kid's movie, something scary for a child happens, but to you was terrifying that you can always remember. Any of those sort of goosebumps?
So, okay. This is a backwards looking thing. When I was a child, I didn't really pick up on it. But, like, Disney films, in general, when things happen, so like Bambi or Snow White, like, you look back now, and you think, how was I not terrified at fucking 4 years old watching this scene?
Yeah.
Like, they were crazy. Like, Bambi when he gets running through the forest and shit's going on fire. Like, that's not normal to see as a 4-year-old. That's insane.
Okay, so we have a backwards answer. And Ryan, what made you cry and have nightmares and sleep in somebody else's bed as a child you saw on TV?
I don't know. I was never allowed to sleep in somebody else's bed.
Okay, but any moments that made you want to?
I didn't like the child catcher.
There,
that's a good point.
Was pretty freaky.
How did you feel about the Wizard of Oz and the Lollipop Kids? That must have got to you.
Didn't watch that film. Didn't like them. I didn't watch that film until I was about 18.
And by that point, you just sort of wanted
didn't
for enjoyment.
What was it? It was Alice in Wonderland? No, it wasn't. It was
The Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
There we go.
It wasn't my type of film. I just didn't want to see it. Like, I've never seen Bambi. Never watched it because I didn't want to watch it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, if you could disinvent one thing, what would it be?
Oh, the fucking selfie stick. It just enables everything I hate about the modern day. So that would just go. Shing, never exist.
Okay. Right.
DNA testing?
Oh, that's a hard question.
I mean, you could de-invent him, like you take apart his father's testicles or his,
I'm not gonna mess around with his father's testicles.
Not for a million and one. Something that is either not, or something that you just want to just not to be there anymore.
There's a lot of things I want not to be there.
How about like locks on doors or?
How would you feel about if the aeroplane was never invented?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with that.
Okay, never mind the sort of.
And boats.
It's not about the repercussions and
I just don't like it.
cause and effect. It should be one thing that wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with airplanes not being that.
Okay, there's one thing.
I feel like airplanes not being there would be a bad thing.
Well, if aeroplanes didn't exist, they'd have to invent new modes of travel and transport that Ryan could enjoy more.
But he also said he doesn't want boats to exist either. That means that we would have to solely rely on what happens in the UK, and we'd be fucked.
North Korea are doing pretty well.
No, but you wouldn't be fucked.
We would be fucked. There's like
adapted.
There's like 17 million people that live in this country. You think there are resources to feed every single one of them?
But there wouldn't be how many other people you just said living in this country.
17 million.
There wouldn't be that many people living in this country.
Average.
Yeah, but there wouldn't be that many people living in this country.
But there are. So what I'm saying is,
no.
here we are today,
But
and you're going to take away two inventions that bring food and resources to this country.
If they were never invented, like immigrants and people like that would have never have come to the country to begin with.
That may be sort of
we would have populated ourselves. You really?
Yeah, but you wouldn't have populated
immigration is not that big a problem.
But this
I know it's not that big a problem.
Like you think of between sort of Polish, African, anybody sort of around from the Middle East, the amount of them that there are, even the ones that have sort of gone away from England, there's going to be an increase.
Yeah, I get it. There is more than there would be if there was none. That's a non-statistic. But the fact is that there's not that many of them in the grand scheme of things.
No, but if you were never able to bring in like bananas or oranges or any of that shit that grows that we can't grow here,
I mean, you can always
would have never missed them
pretty hard.
But do you realise how much food we in-source as a nation?
He only had one option, which was a plane.
Oh,
he also said boats, so this was the point I was going to ask.
I'm going to just take away the motors then.
He says one 3-letter word.
Anyway, we're never going to agree on this because you're an idiot.
Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. What always makes you more confident as a person?
Being with him. Like, I always know that I'm that little bit better. No, kidding. That's just me rat-tailing you.
Mine would be... I lost it.
Something makes you more confident. Be your beard, your stature,
your own knowledge,
your position.
Yeah, no, I quite like my beard. I like my beard.
That makes you more confident.
Yeah. Things not having a beard.
Things that make me more confident than what I was before. As a rugby player, we are particularly gregarious. We don't really care. We're very obnoxious as a brand of people.
It's true.
And yeah, that helps. Like if I changed one thing about my personality, if that was the thing to go, I'd be a very timid person.
All right, so it's essentially sort of like an upbringing type system.
Yeah. So definitely an environmental factor.
Not bad. What is the greatest pain you have ever suffered? Emotional or physical?
Mine would be when I fell out of a hayloft drunk. Ripped the muscles in my leg. That was some intense pain.
You want to go through that?
Well, I was in a hayloft and I thought I could jump off the side of it, but I was pretty drunk, so I misjudged how far the hay was.
Right.
Like, I was stepped here and I thought the hay was still here, so I went to go and walk off onto it and it was gone.
Okay.
And I fell and fucked my leg pretty bad. And carried home.
I've done some pretty bad things.
I'm going to take a stab at glandular fever.
See, that wasn't actually that painful. I was just very tired all the time. Side note, my testicles do hurt whenever I get a simple cold now because of the glandular fever.
I'm gonna kick you.
They went for the weakest point.
Don't be kicking me in the balls.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I crashed my bike, smashed my shoulder to pieces. That was pretty painful. I got what's called compartment syndrome in my calves, which basically means that the fluid doesn't drain through. It blocks up, and yeah, that's pretty painful.
So 3 things.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, if
He likes talking.
if I had to choose,
This is part of the narcissism as well.
if I had to choose between one I would go through again, I'd take the compartment. No, I'd take the shoulder. Compartment syndrome was really bad.
So the greatest pain was your compartment syndrome?
Yeah.
Okay. If you could buy one object to complete your room, what would it be? So someone gives you an infinite amount for an Amazon gift card, but you can only buy one item and it's to decorate your room with.
Speed bump. No, I'm kidding.
Big pile of money.
Can I like re-plaster my wall?
Yep, you can get your wall sorted.
So you'd have a wall in your room, is that what would complete?
Yeah.
So it essentially be a refurbishment and sort of maybe a coat of paint.
I don't care about the colour of the wall.
Everything inside's all in good nick and
Yeah, it's just the wall. You can't put anything on it. Like literally nothing.
I'm pretty happy with my room. It's set up pretty well.
any features, like maybe a nice desk lamp or
No, I've got lamps.
sound system.
Yeah, that could probably go in there.
Shag carpet.
Nah, I don't want a rug. Yeah, probably. Okay, let's go with surround sound system.
Okay, surround sound system. Quite simple answers. Can't imagine anything sort of extravagant that you'd really want in your bedroom.
Yeah, like I've got most things that you could want in your bedroom.
You don't spend a lot of time in there, really. It's as often as you can get out, you get out. Okay. What was your favourite childhood game?
Pokemon.
This is a non sort of system.
Oh, what I would play as a child?
Yeah, sort of like if like football counts as one, tag.
Oh yeah, rugby, straight up.
Okay, so rugby as a child.
Yeah, well, I started playing when I was like 12, so yes, I was a child.
How about from 9 and below, like a proper little giddy toddlerish kind of age?
No, you know, because we went to school together. I wasn't one for running around playing games. We would stand around, just messing about between us. So I would probably say the only other thing I did apart from that was play football.
Or bulldog?
Yeah, I guess take down bulldog.
So yeah, well, we'll go for football.
Yeah,
So that's one of them. So anything sort of loving the balls. Right, what was your favourite game?
We used to play a game where I used to live. Out the back there was a lockments.
Okay.
And you'd break the lock off the thing, and you'd have like until the farmer caught you or whoever was in there at that point in time to get as much shit as you could back out. Like tomatoes, apples. Just
so your favourite game as a child was theft.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't theft because it wasn't locked up.
And
You had to break the lock off.
Break the lock off of the area.
So you broke into a locked compartment. So what you're saying?
Field, like
but your logic is that if you break into a store and take the things off the shelves, you haven't stolen anything because they weren't locked down. That's what you said.
that's kind of what you said.
They were
That is what you said.
Separate buildings, but the buildings were not locked.
So if you bust into a gated community.
Yeah, but I was like 6. I didn't think like, oh, this theft is a good thing.
No, I bet your mum loved it.
Okay, well that was it. I'm assuming it was a lot of fun for you when you were that
It was
age.
a lot of fun, yeah.
Mum, look what I've got. Where did you get that from? I grew it. I love you. Okay. Who is the most famous person you've ever met? And that, in that sense, it would be someone that's acknowledged you. They'd be giving you a nod, you've shaken hands to, you stood by and taken a picture of, where they're right up here.
I met Professor Green. In comparison to myself, he is much taller than me. So that was a pretty cool day.
But is that the most famous person?
I've never met anybody famous. Like,
How about a footballer?
yeah, but I've never been that close to him. Like, I've seen him play.
I guess he probably is the most famous person I've met.
Okay then, Professor Green.
Thinking about it. But, yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah, it's not something that happens all too often, is it?
No,
Especially not down here in a
no, definitely not.
sunny old Dorset. Okay.
A funny story. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
So I was out for Nando's, cheeky Nando's.
As you do.
Me and the girlfriend were out for Nando's, and she saw a friend of hers, and we were talking. I was eating because women. Comes back like I don't know what they were talking about. Like they were talking about
eating because women.
They were talking about catching up and stuff.
Trying to fart in public.
Like yeah, they were just seeing how each other were done, and there was no real need for me to be in this conversation. We get home. She's got a text from her friend that she was talking to. Do you realise who you were sat next to in Nando's? And she went, my boyfriend. Like, she had no idea. And she went, you were sat next to Howard from Take That. So that's a pretty close encounter with a pretty famous person.
Yeah, do you know what? I'll give
I had no idea who the fuck he was. I mean, I sat shoulder to shoulder with this guy, had no idea. Like, I'm pretty sure I spilled food on him.
Famous to women, kind of thing.
Yeah, but my girlfriend had no idea that he was there. Like, Howard who?
Well, at least you were there. Okay, if fat, calories, cholesterol, and sort of everything like that were not an issue, what 2 foods would you feast on? If you could just eat and eat and eat and eat, and you pick 2 foods.
Steak, sweet potatoes.
Yeah, mine would be the same.
Okay, and how would you have your steak cooked?
Rare.
Yeah, to medium. Rare to medium.
Oh, you don't like them blue?
No, not really.
And your sweet potatoes?
Sweet potatoes are a wonderful thing because you can just have them roasted sweet potatoes. You can have sweet potato fries.
Yeah, as long as
there's so many things. As long as you have sweet potatoes.
As long as they are cooked to the point that
I
you're not
don't like the ones where like you'll cook them and like you'll be having the chips and everything's great, and then you get that one chip that is like stringy and still solid. That's fucking horrible.
Okay, so just any kind, well cooked.
Yep.
All right. If you could be a member of any TV sitcom family or sort of cartoon family, who would it be?
I'd be one of the Smiths.
From
American Dad.
Okay. Because there are many Smith families in TV.
Not really in cartoons. Like.
I did also say sitcoms.
Well, yeah, okay.
Okay, so any particular reason?
Yeah. My dad works for the CIA. I can do whatever I want.
Okay, so you'd be Stan. Ryan.
I'd probably a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Because they didn't have any bills to pay.
So you would live in the sewers with a rat.
But he's lost his sense of smell, so he's all good.
Yeah, and free pizza.
So that would just.
You didn't have to pay for anything. So yeah, that's a big cross for me.
So you wouldn't have to have a job, just sort of everything lasts on this.
Yeah.
Okay. Very clever sort of time.
How are we doing with this list?
We are almost there. We're at 42 of 50.
Jesus.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll find the best one, we'll ask one more, and then we'll wrap it up from there. Okay. What are you two? I've got a question here about salads.
You don't know much about salad.
They come from the trees.
Okay, then it's similar to the last one. But if you were directing a movie of sort of any kind, who would you pick to be your leading man and woman?
Leonardo DiCaprio, because he's an amazing actor.
And you get him this Oscar. You get to spend a lot of time with this woman. You get to tell her exactly what to do. She can wear whatever outfit you want.
I'm gonna go Naomi Campbell.
Ooh.
Because she has that tendency of getting angry and just fucking people up, which would be quite fun to watch.
So you'd wind it up, put it in a direction, and just let it go.
Yeah.
All right. So Naomi Campbell, and what would the name of the film be? So it'd be Leonardo DiCaprio, Naomi Campbell in.
I'd make a sequel to The Wrong Turn. You ever seen The Wrong Turn?
I've seen The Wrong Turn.
Yeah, I'm sure there is The Wrong Turn too.
Well, yeah, but there's 8 of them apparently, or 6. But I'd make the 7th one.
And then it's the British roundabout.
Yeah, the one-way system.
Yeah.
Okay, and
I'd have Richard Armitage.
Nice choice.
And Olivia Wilde. And they would star in a film that was about Richard Armitage still being a dwarf and him trying to convince Olivia Wilde to be in love with him.
And it would be called?
Big Problems for Little People.
That's fucking awful.
Big Problems for Little Dick.
There we go. That's the title. Okay, so yeah, I'd say we're almost an hour and a half into this, so I'd happily wrap this up right now.
Yeah.
Any closing words, guys?
I really need a piss. Have done since 42 minutes.
My teeth still hurt.
And I'm absolutely fine. So I guess we'll have to do this again sometime.
Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it.
And as every YouTuber says, hold on. Please be sure to like, favourite and subscribe. We have Twitter, Facebook. We understand you don't know the concept of YouTube itself. The rating system is very complicated and we are here to instruct you thusly. That's what the like is.
And I've got a note here that says, if you don't follow us on YouTube, cats will die.